Hey, what's up, friends? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Well, it's still cold out here, and I thought I would come over here on the ice and stuff. Let me flip the camera for you guys, see if you can see down there. Got some ice that's beginning to form up here on the top. If you look down there deep, you can see all the fishies there. There's one by himself over here, but they're all kind of huddled up there together, just kind of chilling like the rest of us, waiting for the spring. Now the good news is, and I hope it's going to be good news down there for you all in Texas as well, that it's going to start warming up a little bit as the next couple of days go on. I think we're supposed to have 60s by, I think, Wednesday, which will be nice. And February is almost gone. March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. And come Tuesday, let me get over here by the fire pit where it's warm. Yeah, buddy. Whew. I was smart tonight. I got the cushion, so I'm not sitting on the ice, okay? Because ice, baby, too cold. It is way too cold. So, we are here right now. Everybody is 0-0. Teams are beginning to start making those cuts, letting people go. We've heard that the Carolina Panthers, at least rumor has it, that Carolina is going to try and make a run at getting Deshaun Watson. Now, I'm curious if that is somebody from Carolina saying that they're going to, or if there's an assumption that they're going to because they're freeing up cash. They're getting rid of players. I think they're looking at it and saying, why wait? Let's go ahead and start freeing up some money. Because if you're the Carolina Panthers, it wouldn't make sense to say, we're going to try and get Deshaun Watson, because you just made negotiations that much harder. They know you want to get the guy. If anything, you want them to kind of say, yeah, maybe we will. No. But then again, what do I know? What do I know? Nothing, according to most of you fans. But we know the Eagles are trying to make moves. And see, now you're getting closer and closer to desperation time. Because it's already, what, the 20th of March? Is it the 20th already? Yeah, 20th. Short month. There's only 8 days left to go, and come Tuesday, it is put the franchise tag for the next 2 weeks if you're going to tag somebody or get that long-term deal done. So you're going to see next week all the hard work is going to start really going in. Things are going to ramp up, especially if things start to thaw in Texas. Now Dak, I'm assuming they were, his fiance had posted a picture of looking out an aircraft window. So I'm assuming that he's going back to his house. Things are beginning to thaw in Texas and hopefully start getting back to normal and start rebuilding. And with the beginning of franchise tagging on Tuesday, the teams, like I said, have 2 weeks. And this is the time where hopefully by now the Cowboys have started to develop a plan, because we're a little over 3 weeks away from free agency starting. Now, here's my wonder here. My man DMV, shout out to DMV for being here last night along with Nothing But the Best, Law Nation. John said something so profound that is so true and really obvious. So obvious that you don't really think about it. You just know it's true. And that was, DMV, when you control the middle of the field, you control the field. It's the truth. On defense, if you've got the big guy in the middle who can put pressure on and shut down the run, you got half the battle won. if you've got the safety who controls the middle of the field, again, you got half the battle run. You look back at the Dallas Cowboys of the past. I know everybody's going to say Troy Aikman and Roger Staubach and Emmitt Smith and Tony Dorsett. And, I get that. We have always had great offense. Always. But those doomsday defense, that doomsday defense number 2, had great defensive line play and had Hall of Famers for safeties. And for whatever reason, the Cowboys have not believed in drafting those guys. Now, I'm sitting here thinking about this, that maybe that's evolved some. Stephen Jones is the money man. Stephen Jones is the guy who yanked the card away and became a hero because Jerry wanted to draft Johnny Manziel. Had he drafted Johnny Manziel, it would have been a nightmare. And we all looked at that and said, oh my God, man, can't wait till Stephen Jones takes over. Because Jerry was about to make that mistake. Well, here's the thing. There's mistakes made in the NFL all the time. Guys get drafted and you look and say, man, that guy's a bust. Just like had the Cowboys drafted Johnny Manziel. It happens. People look at a guy and say, this guy is a can't-miss player. And it turns out everybody missed on him. But now looking back and thinking a little bit more, the Cowboys did try and get Earl Thomas. I'm not saying Earl Thomas is the right guy now. I don't think he is. At the time, it looked like, yeah, that's a good move. That would be the best safety we would have had since, Darren Woodson. Seattle wanted too much. And we said, boy, please. We believe that they were interested in doing something for Jamal Adams. But again, the price was too much. In a way, I think we dodged the bullet by not getting Earl Thomas. Imagine if we had given up what they wanted, a number 1. Jamal Adams went, of course, to Seattle. Seattle's defense was terrible. So you can't say that the 2 number 1s that they gave up for him as of yet were worthwhile. I'm just saying that Seattle's defense was almost as bad as ours. And they thought when they signed Clinton Ha Dix, Mike McCarthy knew him. And he played pretty well with Chicago. Washington, you can't really count Washington. Like Colin Cowherd says, you can't really count the rookie year. I throw it out. Well, you kind of can't really count Washington because everybody who goes to Washington pretty much plays like ass or gets injured. I mean, Donovan McNabb. I mean, Alex Smith did. And, it's just usually. Maybe this is a new regime and maybe things will be different, but that's the way you kind of look at it. It's just, things just don't go good when you go to Washington. So they tried to get a veteran safety right there, and they probably said, this is better than what we had. It just ended up being he didn't work out. And we don't know if that was solely Clinton Ha Dix or, Clinton Ha Dix and the defense that we were trying to run, and who knows. But it seems, though, in recent history, they drafted Xavier Woods in the 6th round. But since that pick, they've tried to get a veteran safety. It just hasn't been working out. So could this be the year that they actually really decide to go out and get one? Trey Boston, I know he got trolled by Julio Jones and stuff. I'm not saying he's the best safety out there, but you know what? I think he's better than Xavier Woods. There's guys like Justin Simmons out there, and maybe this is the time where the Cowboys have already started to realize we got to do something with safety. But the Cowboys, in all honesty, people say, oh, do your mock drafts. How can you do a mock draft if you don't know if we have a quarterback or not? So dealing with Dak Prescott, whether he stays or goes, is the linchpin on everything else you do. If you're going to try and do something with Dak Prescott, then you've got to do some restructuring of a couple of deals. Not many. Really, Amari Cooper will do that. If you're going to do the franchise tag. If you're going to sign him to a deal, you could actually sign him to a deal where you don't have to restructure anybody. You're also going to have to decide on some of these guys who you want to keep. We have so many free agents right now. We got to keep at least one guy from the secondary. I mean, there's Awuzie, Xavier Woods, Jordan Lewis. They're all free agents. You going to let them all go? And if you let them all go, then that means you need to either draft somebody to be a replacement, or you're going to have to sign some free agents. It'll be interesting come next week to see if the Cowboys start getting into the mix and start working on contracts. They start freeing up capital. They start bloodletting and letting a few guys go. They start re-signing some guys to team-friendly contracts, because it's not just Dak Prescott, mind you, too. You have to decide if you want to keep Antoine Woods. You have to decide if you want to keep Aldon Smith. Cowboys got to get to work, or else. All right, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to be back out here. It's still a little bit early, and I was working on the man cave. I'm trying to dress it up a little bit here, doing a couple of different things, trying to give it a new look, trying to clean it up. My wife says it's so unorganized. I got too much stuff, so I'm trying to consolidate and make it look better. In fact, I tell you what, how about this? Let me show you what I did inside. Here, come on. See, a cushion. Drop my mic. I didn't mean to drop the mic, but I dropped the mic. Okay. Let's get in out of the cold. Now, you guys have been used to seeing, of course, me sitting behind my desk and the new part of the set. Hopefully, by next season, we'll be done with COVID. In which case, then we can start having, real football parties and stuff. And if we do, I want to make sure the place is together. So again, it's a bit of a mess here, but we have the bar and all that. I've been working on the fish tank. In fact, I got to go over here and feed the guys. Look at my fishies. There's my ghost Goby. He's a mean SOB, him, as well as the Clark clown. There's the big porcupine over there. But let me drop some food in for them, and then I'll show you what I really want to show you. All right. Feeding time at the zoo. Okay. All right. Go at it, guys. Isn't he kind of creepy looking? Kind of looks like Bart Simpson. Doesn't he? Bart Simpson. All right. So what I want to show you guys, though. Oh, shit. Damn, I didn't know I cut the camera off. Okay, so here's my fish tank, and I just fed the fishies. To me, he looks like Bart Simpson a little bit. And then, of course, I've got the paranoid fish with the red eye, the red hawk there. I've got the sea urchin there, the big porcupine. I got these guys, those damsels, they kind of hang out in the corner. And the Clark clown, who's got his anemone in the back. So that's the tank, but that's not what I want to show you. This is actually what I want to show you, and I need to go turn the light on before I flip the camera. But check this out. This, let me back up here. This is my most valuable case right here. Built that case many, many years ago, and got a couple of pieces that have been added. These are Coke bottles from all the Super Bowls. They're old, 25th anniversary Coke bottle. It hasn't been opened. Tony Romo, Pepsi, and I just got to get those two. Sports Illustrated, NFLPA signed by Demario Davis, Willie Brown signed, Paul Tagliabue, DeMario shoes. Of course, the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl football. Replicas of the rings. Drew Pearson. My original Super Bowl button from back in the day. And some other stuff. I got football signed by Russell Wilson and book signed by Joe Gibbs. And when we did the road trip, this is signed by all the players that were in the Billboard campaign in 2013. So I think that's kind of a neat look. Look at that. The way it kind of illuminates, it almost has a touch of class to it. So I'm going to try and really get this man cave together and really make it something special. Hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I will see you guys later.